Let's talk about cardioversion and defibrillation, how to tell them apart, and manage each one safely. Cardioversion and defibrillation share one goal. The shock depolarizes a critical mass of myocardial cells all at once, halting chaotic activity and giving your patient's SA node a chance to regain control. Monophasic defibrillators send current in one direction and need 360 joules. Biphasic defibrillators reverse current direction, need only 150 to 200 joules, and are safer and more efficient, which is why modern devices default to biphasic. The dividing line is your patient's pulse. If there's a pulse, you synchronize. The machine waits for the QRS complex. If there's no pulse, you go unsynchronized and deliver the shock immediately. Identify hemodynamic status first to choose the right pathway. Cardioversion treats tachyarrhythmias in a patient with a pulse. You must explicitly activate sync mode, and the machine needs a high-quality sensing lead to mark the QRS accurately. Voltage runs 50 to 360 joules, depending on your patient and device. Timing the shock matters. Discharge during the T wave instead of the QRS lands in the vulnerable period and can trigger VT or VF. Synchronization protects your patient by locking the shock to a safe part of the cycle. Before cardioversion, check 3 time points. Anticoagulation if the arrhythmia has lasted more than 48 hours, digoxin withheld for 48 hours, and strict NPO for at least 4 hours. Have sedation, oxygen, suction, and intubation equipment ready. Defibrillation is strictly for VF and pulseless VT, never a conscious patient or one with a pulse. Survival rises sharply if you defibrillate within 5 minutes alongside CPR, which is exactly why rapid AED access matters. The resuscitation cycle runs on repeat. High-quality CPR, a shock at 150 to 200 joules biphasic or 360 monophasic. Then epinephrine after the first unsuccessful shock, with amiodarone, lidocaine, or magnesium for persistent arrhythmias. Check rhythm every 2 minutes and keep cycling until a stable rhythm returns. Use anterolateral or anteroposterior pad placement, and for women, place the left pad under or lateral to breast tissue, never on top of it. Apply 20 to 25 pounds of pressure with paddles. Use only proper conductive gel and clear patches, linens, and oxygen flow from the chest first. Before every shock, clear 3 zones: the patient, the equipment and lines, and the bed itself. Only deliver the shock once all 3 are visually verified clear. After the shock, resume CPR immediately if your patient is pulseless. Don't wait for a rhythm check. Then assess rhythm, airway, oxygen saturation, and consciousness. Inspect the pad sites for burns and restock and reset the device. Side by side, cardioversion treats tachyarrhythmias with a pulse using lower synchronized energy in a planned, sedated setting. Defibrillation treats VF or pulseless VT with higher unsynchronized energy during an emergency code with CPR already underway. Both demand the same safety rigor. In summary, sync cardioversion discharge to the QRS for a patient with a pulse. Immediate defibrillation fires right away for pulseless VT or VF. Either way, announce clear 3 times, place your pads correctly, and stay vigilant on rhythm, airway, and skin afterward.